can't just sit there and wish. You can't close your eyes, dream of the life you want, and then wait for it to walk up, knock on your door, and land in your lap. It doesn't work like that. Yes, your thoughts are powerful. Yes, your energy creates. Yes, the universe listens to every signal you send. But here's the truth most people don't want to hear. The universe responds to movement, to exposure, to you stepping into the arena of life so it can meet you halfway. Think about it like this. You can want to catch the biggest fish in the ocean. You can visualize it. You can believe it's already yours. But if you never take your boat out, if you never throw your net into the water, the fish isn't going to magically leap into your empty hands. It's not because the universe doesn't want you to have it. It's because the laws of reality require that energy moves through channels. And if you're not in the water, there is no channel. Manifestation isn't about chasing. It's not about running yourself into the ground trying to force results. It's about standing in the right place, in the right energy, and allowing the current to bring your desire to you. But you have to be there when it comes. This is where so many people get it wrong. They believe so deeply that they forget the second part showing up. They stay hidden. They keep their dreams locked in their minds. And then they say, see, manifestation doesn't work. But manifestation is a partnership. It's a dance. It's the universe moving pieces in your favor while you make yourself visible to receive. And right now, I want you to understand something. The opportunities you're asking for are already out there. The people who can open the right doors for you already exist. The money you want is already circulating. The fish are already swimming. But they can't find you if you don't cast the net. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to step into that space. How to hold the frequency of what you want while taking the kind of action that puts you in the path of miracles. How to let go of chasing and instead position yourself so that what you desire has no choice but to flow to you. And if you're ready for that shift, if you're ready to stop waiting for life to happen and start meeting the universe in the middle, then stay with me until the end of this video. Because by the time we finish, you'll know exactly how to become magnetic to your desires and how to be in the right place when they arrive. And if you're ready to create that life now, go ahead and subscribe, hit the notifications, and drop a comment saying I'm casting my net. Because today, we stop waiting on the shore. Today, we get in the water. You see, the reason action matters is not because the universe is withholding from you until you prove yourself worthy. It's not a test. It's not some cosmic game of hide and seek. It's because in this physical reality, things need a doorway to enter. Energy needs a route, and your actions create those routes. When you apply for a job, you're creating a route for money and opportunity to find you. When you show your work to the world, you're creating a route for clients to come in. When you speak your truth to someone, you're creating a route for relationships to deepen. The action is not about forcing the outcome. It's about opening the gates so that the energy you've already aligned with can finally flow in. Think about electricity. You can have the most powerful generator in the world, filled with more energy than you could ever imagine. But if the wires aren't connected to anything, if there's no circuit for it to run through, that energy just sits there, potential, untapped. And the moment you connect the wire, the moment you give it a channel, the light turns on. The energy was always there, but it needed a path. That's what your action is. A wire, a channel, a net in the water. But here's where most people get stuck. They confuse action with chasing. Chasing is desperate. It's rooted in lack. It's saying, I need to run after this thing because I don't have it yet. And that energy will push what you want even further away. Because in the quantum field, like attracts like, chasing says you are without. Alignment says you already are. So the kind of action that works with manifestation is not desperate, frantic movement. It's intentional positioning. It's moving in ways that feel aligned with the version of you who already has the thing. It's stepping into situations where you know your desire could flow to you naturally. Imagine this. You want to meet the love of your life. You visualize them. You feel them. You can almost hear their voice. But you never leave your house. You never talk to new people. You never put yourself in environments where they could cross your path. What happens? The universe has no space to deliver. Your aligned partner could be just a few streets away, but without the channel of action, you remain invisible to each other. Or picture this. You want to grow your business. You meditate every morning. You set your intentions. You affirm abundance, and you truly believe it's coming. But you never tell anyone about what you offer. You never put your work out into the world. You never launch. Again, no channel. Action is the bridge between the inner world where your desire already exists and the outer world where it can take form. And sometimes the action is tiny. Sometimes it's just sending one message, making one call, showing up to one event, posting one piece of content, and that single movement can shift your timeline completely. Because in that moment you signal to the universe, I'm here, I'm ready, I'm in the water. Oh. The universe responds to readiness, not just readiness in thought or feeling, but readiness in movement. It's like planting seeds. You can dream about a garden all you want. You can imagine how beautiful it will look. But until you place the seeds in the soil, nothing will sprout. And here's the magic the moment you plant them. You've already changed the outcome. Something is now set in motion. And the best part? You don't have to plant every single seed for the entire garden in one day. You don't have to cast your net in every corner of the ocean. You just need to start. One seed, one throw. And the moment you do, the energy you've been cultivating inside finally has a doorway to enter the physical. But here's what most people miss. The universe doesn't need you to have all the details figured out before you act. It doesn't need the perfect plan. In fact, sometimes waiting until everything is perfect delays the manifestation even more, because you're not signaling readiness, you're signaling hesitation. Readiness says, I trust that the details will align as I move. When you act in faith, you step into a completely different vibrational frequency. It's no longer about forcing the thing to come to you. It's about embodying the version of you who already knows it's inevitable. That version takes steps without fear, without desperation, because they know the catch is already theirs. It's like a fisherman who wakes up in the morning and heads out to the ocean without any doubt that the fish are there. He doesn't say, well, I'll only go if someone guarantees I'll catch something. He goes because he knows the fish exist. He knows the act of showing up is part of the process. And in manifestation, showing up is everything. Now I want you to think about your life right now. What's the thing you've been asking for? And where's your net? Have you even put it in the water? Or are you standing on the shore hoping the ocean will walk up to you? The ocean won't walk to you, but it will meet you halfway if you step into it. So how do you cast the net without chasing? How do you take action that feels like alignment instead of desperation? This is where most people overcomplicate it. They think the action has to be huge, dramatic, something that proves they're serious. But the truth is, aligned action is about resonance, not scale. It's about doing what feels like a natural extension of the belief that it's already yours. Let's go back to the fisherman for a second. When he casts his net, he's not throwing his whole body into the water, flailing around, exhausting himself. He's not screaming at the ocean, begging it to give him something. He stands, he steadies himself, and with practiced ease, he casts the net in the way he knows works best. That's the energy you want. Calm, certain, unshaken. Your net can be anything: a conversation, a message, a proposal, a post, a handshake, a meeting, a pitch, a smile at the right time to the right person. The net is whatever opens the channel for your desire to come closer. And the secret is that you already know what it is. You've always known. It's that little nudge in your mind that says, hey, maybe I should try this. That's the whisper you follow. The problem is, most people ignore that whisper because it feels too small, too simple. They think manifestation needs a grand gesture. But the universe doesn't operate on drama, it operates on energy. And sometimes the smallest movement has the highest frequency because it's pure, it's inspired, and it's not weighed down by resistance. This is why you have to listen. When the idea comes, don't overthink it. Don't wait until you feel ready. Don't wait until you have all the steps lined up. That inspired moment is your cue to act. Because the longer you wait, the more your mind will start to fill with reasons not to. And every reason not to is just the shore pulling you back, keeping your feet dry, keeping you out of the water. And here's the truth. Manifestation loves speed. The faster you act on inspired ideas, the more doors open, the more opportunities align, the more the universe recognizes that you are in motion, and motion attracts motion. Now, let's address something important: the fear of wasting effort. People often say, what if I throw the net and nothing comes back? And here's the thing. Every time you throw the net, you're strengthening your energy field. You're building the identity of someone who takes aligned steps. You're telling the quantum field, this is who I am now. And even if that particular throw doesn't bring back exactly what you wanted, it might bring something unexpected, something you didn't even realize would be a stepping stone to your desire. Remember this. Every action taken from alignment is never wasted. It either delivers the thing, or it delivers the path to the thing. Let's make this real. Say you want a new job. You're visualizing it, you're feeling it, you're doing the inner work. Now, the aligned action might be updating your resume, reaching out to someone you used to work with, or applying for a role that feels slightly out of your league. Maybe you don't get that role, but during the interview you meet someone who later calls you for a position that's perfect. That wouldn't have happened without the initial throw of the net. This is why you cannot stay still, not because you're forcing the universe, but because you're creating channels, and channels don't create themselves. And here's another key. Your action has to match the energy of the outcome you want. If you want abundance, act abundantly. That doesn't mean spending recklessly. It means showing up with confidence, speaking like someone who trusts their value, making decisions from a place of security instead of fear. When your action is in the same frequency as your desire, they recognize each other. Like two tuning forks vibrating in harmony, they draw closer and closer until they meet. Now think about your current desires. If you truly believed they were already yours, what would you be doing right now? Not in a week, not next month, but today. What's the small, simple, inspired action that the already successful version of you would take? That's your net. That's your path. And once you throw it, release it. Don't keep checking the water every 2 seconds to see if something's caught. Trust that the moment the net touched the water, the process began. The universe is already rearranging, already moving, already aligning. Your job is to keep living in the energy of certainty, to keep showing up, to keep casting, knowing that one of these throws will bring the exact thing you've been calling in. Because here's the beautiful paradox: you don't actually know which throw will be the one. And that's what keeps the magic alive. Every action is a possibility. Every step is a portal. And all you need to do is keep walking through them. And when you live this way, something changes in you. You stop obsessing over when it will happen. You stop clinging to the desire as if your life depends on it. You start moving with trust, with calmness, with quiet power. And it's in that energy that the biggest manifestations arrive, not because you stopped wanting them, but because you stopped blocking them. The net was always meant to catch something, but it's you who has to throw it. So now you've thrown the net, you've taken the step, you've moved, and this is where most people unknowingly sabotage everything. Because the moment they take action, they start looking for signs that it's working. They start watching the water, scanning for ripples, measuring the wind, counting the minutes. And what they don't realize is that this anxious checking is the exact energy that pushes the manifestation further away. It's like planting a seed and then digging it up every day to see if it's growing. You're not helping it grow. You're disturbing it. You're breaking the process before it even has a chance to work. You have to understand this. Once you've taken inspired action, the energy has already shifted. The wave has already been sent out into the field. The call has been made. The signal is traveling. And just because you can't see it with your physical eyes yet, doesn't mean it's not happening. The universe works in layers you can't see, dimensions you can't measure, timelines you can't predict. The only thing you can do to speed it up is to asterisk. Stay in the vibration of knowing asterisk. Knowing, not hoping. Hoping still has doubt. Knowing is absolute. And here's the challenge: the world around you might not match your knowing right away. You might still see bills on the table, your bank account at the same number, or the empty inbox where you're waiting for that job offer. That's where most people lose it. They say, "See, it's not working." But that's the same as the fisherman pulling his net in too soon because he doesn't feel anything tugging yet. That's it. What you have to do instead is occupy your mind with the asterisk state of already having it asterisk. This is where patience becomes power. Patience isn't waiting around doing nothing. Patience is active faith. It's you going about your life as if the thing is already set in stone, already in motion, already guaranteed. Let's talk about how you do that. One of the most powerful techniques is what I call asterisk, living from the middle asterisk, not from the start, where you're desperate and unsure, not from the end, where you're imagining the final celebration, from the middle, the space where you've already begun to receive it, where it's already on its way, and you're simply living your days in the flow of it arriving. From the middle, you're not frantic. You're not clinging. You're not overcompensating. You're in rhythm with it. You're in partnership with it. So, if your manifestation is financial abundance, living from the middle might look like choosing not to obsessively check your bank account every morning. It might look like allowing yourself to buy the better coffee without feeling guilty. It might look like speaking and moving like someone who knows that money flows to them, not away from them. This is the part where your nervous system needs to be on your side, because if your body is in a constant state of stress, your energy field is signaling scarcity, even if your mind is saying abundance. That's why you have to calm your system, deep breaths, meditation, walks in nature, music that shifts your state, anything that keeps you in that feeling of grounded certainty. Now, I want you to imagine this. The thing you want is walking toward you right now. It's moving through streets you can't see, passing through hands you don't know, being shaped by people you've never met. Every day, every hour, it's getting closer. And if you could see how close it was, you'd relax, you'd smile, you'd stop worrying, you'd prepare. Sada, that's the mindset you need to hold. It's already mine. It's already coming. I'm just aligning myself to meet it. And when doubt creeps in, because it will, you don't fight it with panic. You replace it with evidence. Remind yourself of every single time something worked out for you that seemed impossible at first. Remember the jobs, the relationships, the unexpected money, the perfect timing that's happened before. That's not random. That's proof that the system works. The more you train your mind to look for proof, the less space you leave for doubt. Doubt is the shadow that grows in the absence of certainty. Fill that space with certainty, and the shadow disappears. You also have to understand timing. The universe is not on your clock. Your manifestation is coming in perfect timing, which is usually the moment when it will have the biggest impact on your life. You might think you want it right now, but sometimes a short delay is what allows it to arrive in a way that's bigger, better, and more aligned than you imagined. Think about it. If the fisherman pulls his net in too soon, he gets a few small fish. But if he waits just a little longer, the big catch arrives. That's the difference between settling for scraps and receiving the abundance you actually asked for. So while you wait, you don't wait like a beggar at the door. You wait like a host, preparing for the guest you know is coming. You get the space ready. You clear the path. You adjust your life so that when it arrives, it slides right in without resistance. This is why I tell people, prepare for it now. If it's money, prepare your finances to handle it. If it's love, prepare your heart and your home to receive it. If it's a career, prepare your skills and your schedule for it. That way, when it shows up, you're not scrambling, you're ready. Because readiness is a frequency too. The universe delivers to those who are ready to hold what they've asked for, and the more ready you are, the faster it can arrive. So this is your task now. Stay in the vibration. Live from the middle. Prepare as if it's already yours. Let your actions and your energy say, I know it's coming, not I'm still wondering if it will. That shift alone will collapse time between where you are and where you want to be. And one day, sooner than you think, you'll look around and realize it's here. And it will feel both like a miracle and like the most natural thing in the world. Because you didn't just hope for it. You aligned with it. You made space for it. You trusted it into existence. And when it finally happens, you'll see exactly why it didn't need to be forced, why you didn't have to chase it, why you didn't have to exhaust yourself trying to control every step. You'll see that it was always moving toward you, even in the moments you doubted it, and you'll know deep down that the moment you aligned, prepared, and stayed steady, the universe had no choice but to deliver. This is the secret most people never understand. It's not about chasing. It's about aligning. It's about casting your net with intention, holding the belief with certainty, and letting the flow bring it in. Because the moment you stop gripping with fear and start holding with trust, you've already changed your reality. So now it's your turn. Decide what you want. Cast the net. Live from the middle. Prepare like it's already yours, and then let it come. If you felt this message today, if it woke something inside you, then stay close. Subscribe to this channel and leave a comment. See you in the next video.